there are certain chromosomes which are known as sex chromosomes, which determine the sex of a child. So these sex chromosomes are also known as, remember, sex chromosomes which determine the sex of a child are also known as allosomes or heterosomes. So the chromosomes which determine the sex of a child, whether the child is going to be a baby boy or a baby girl, is determined by what? It is determined by a pair of sex chromosomes which are also known as allosomes or heterosomes. And except for these sex chromosomes, we have autosomal chromosomes. These autosomal chromosomes are also known as autosomes. They are also known as autosomes. In case of human beings, we have total of 46 chromosomes, and out of these 46 chromosomes, we have how many autosomes? We have 44 autosomes, and then we have 2 sex chromosomes. Okay, so just remember, the chromosomes which determine the sex of a child, whether the baby is going to be baby boy or a baby girl, is determined by sex chromosomes. They are also known as allosomes or heterosomes, and then the rest of the other chromosomes which encode for somatic traits, all other body traits of the organism, they are known as autosomal chromosomes. They are not linked with the determination of sex of a child, they are linked with the somatic traits of the body only. So they are known as autosomal chromosomes, or you can say autosomes. In case of human beings, there are 46 chromosomes in all, and out of these 46 chromosomes, human beings have 44 autosomes, means autosomal chromosomes, that are going to encode for the somatic traits of the body, means except for sex determination, they are going to encode for somatic traits of the body. And then we have 2 sex chromosomes which are X in case of females and XY in case of males. These 2 sex chromosomes determine the sex of the child, means these 2 chromosomes are going to influence the sex of the child, whether the baby is going to be a baby boy or a baby girl is going to be determined by these 2 sex chromosomes. So remember that sex chromosomes are the chromosomes which determine the sex of a child, whether the child is going to be baby boy or a baby girl. Sex chromosomes are also known as allosomes or heterosomes. Except for the sex chromosomes, the organism has some autosomal chromosomes also, which encode for what? They encode for the somatic trait of the organism. They are also known as autosomes. If you take an example of human beings have 46 chromosomes in total, and out of which 44 are autosomes, and there are 2 sex chromosomes, XX in case of females and XY in case of males. So let's move further. If you see this image here, I have shown 22 autosomal chromosomes, means autosomes. If you see these homologous pairs, they are almost similar in shape and size. If you look at the first homologous pair, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, they may be equal in size and shape. And there are total of how many chromosomes? I told you 44 autosomes out of 46 chromosomes. So 44 autosomes means there are what? There are 22 pairs of autosomal chromosomes. So here you can see in the image we have shown 22 pairs of autosomal chromosomes. First, second, third, fourth and so on. 22 pairs of homologous chromosomes which are autosomes actually. Autosomes means they are going to encode for the somatic traits of the body, not the sex of the child. So we have these 22 pairs of autosomal chromosomes, and next when we move on to the sex chromosomes, we have 2 types of sex chromosome. One is X and the other is Y. And if you look at these sex chromosomes, they are not necessarily equal in shape or size, and their size may be different, the shape may be different. If you look at this image, you can see that the X chromosome is larger in size and the Y chromosome is comparatively very smaller in size. So, the size and shape and structure in case of sex chromosomes may not be the same. It may vary as X chromosome is larger in size and the Y chromosome is smaller in size. Okay. So, now just remember that the sex chromosomes or the allosomes or heterosomes may not be equal in shape or size. If we talk about human beings, the X chromosome is larger in size. If we talk about the Y chromosome, it is comparatively smaller in size. So, now from this, here I want to discuss a few terms with you, and these terms are the terms associated with sex determination. These terms are homomorphic and heteromorphic. Homomorphic and heteromorphic. Now, what do I mean to say about these terms is, homomorphic means, in females, in human females, the chromosome is XX. So, it is homomorphic, these are homomorphic chromosomes. In case of males, the sex chromosomes are X and Y. So, they are heteromorphic chromosomes. So, remember, homomorphic chromosomes are those sex chromosomes which are same. So, in case of human females, we have homomorphic sex chromosomes, but in case of human males, we have heteromorphic sex chromosome because we have an X and a Y chromosome. So, remember, human females have homomorphic sex chromosomes and human males have heteromorphic sex chromosomes. Why I am telling you these terms as so that you can recall whenever you get a question like this, you are able to recall what these terms means and what does these terms imply. Next, we move on to the next term that I am going to discuss is an androsome. Now, the male sex chromosome is the Y. Okay, because as you know, in females we have X sex chromosomes, they are homomorphic sex chromosomes. In case of males we have XY chromosomes, they are heteromorphic sex chromosomes. So, this Y chromosome is also known as an androsome. So, the male sex chromosome, remember, the male sex chromosome, that is Y, is also known as an androsome. So, remember this term, and we have another term that is homogametic and heterogametic. Now, here also you can make out what does the word homo means same and hetero means different. So, what is homogametic and what is heterogametic? Homogametic means when we talk about the gametes, if we talk about female gametes, you all know that gametes are haploid cells. Why haploid? Because they have half the number of chromosomes, H for haploid, H for half. So, if we talk about haploid cells, the gametes in case of females, they will just carry an X chromosome because they only have X chromosome. They have just one type of sex chromosome, that is X. But if we talk about a sperm, that sperm may be carrying an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. So, it is heterogametic. So, in case of the females are homogametic and the males are heterogametic. Why? Because in case of female gametes, that is eggs or you can say ova, they have what? They have X chromosome only, but in case of males, they are heterogametic. Why? Because they have X chromosome also and a sperm which can also have a Y chromosome. So, they have two types of sperms, you see, but in females they have the same type of egg or ova. Why same type? Because the same type is because of this chromosome X, because the ova or the egg which is going to be produced will be having this X chromosome only. But in case of males, they are heterogametic because there can be two types of sperms, one carrying the X chromosome and the other carrying the Y chromosome. Now here, after seeing this, we have another term for Y chromosomes. You know, genes, there are some genes on this Y chromosome. If you talk about the Y chromosome, there are certain genes on the chromosomes, and the genes on these chromosomes, they are known as holoandric genes. We will discuss what are these holoandric genes. In a certain region of the chromosomes, there are genes which are known as holoandric genes. We will discuss that, but before this I have another concept to tell you. When we have a sperm which is having X chromosome and we have a sperm which is having Y chromosome, the sperm having X chromosome is known as a gymnosperm and the sperm having Y chromosome is known as a androsperm. We will discuss this in detail further, but just remember here what are the terms we have discussed. The Y chromosome, this is the male sex chromosome which determines the sex of the child. In terms of male sex, this male sex chromosome is known as an androsome. Okay. And if you talk about homogametic and heterogametic, females have homogametes and females, why females have homogametes? Because they have the same chromosome, that is the XX chromosome. In case of males, they are heterogametic. Why? Because males are producing two types of sperm. One sperm is carrying the X chromosome and one sperm is carrying the Y chromosome. The sperm carrying the X chromosome is a gymnosperm and the sperm carrying the Y chromosome is the androsperm. Let's move further. So remember homogametic and heterogametic and gymnosperm and androsperm. So next we have, how is the sex of the child determined? Whether the child is going to be a baby boy or whether the child is going to be a baby girl, this is determined by the genetic factors. In case of human beings and some flies like Drosophila, which is a fruit fly, in human beings and fruit fly for example, we determine sex by genetical way or by taking into consideration the chromosomes. So remember, if the gamete, the male gamete, that is sperm, it is carrying an X chromosome, is going to fuse with an egg that is carrying an X chromosome. So what type of offspring will be formed? It will be a female because of XX combination. Remember, the male sex of the child is determined by the presence of Y chromosome only. So the Y chromosome presence is must for the birth of a male baby, a baby boy. So if the chromosome Y fuses with chromosome X, the sperm which is carrying Y chromosome is going to fuse with the ovum, which will definitely have only X chromosome. This is going to produce what? It is going to produce a male child, since I told you that this presence of Y chromosome is more important as compared to X, because if the combination is XX, then there will be only baby girl. Okay, but if the chromosome pair is XY in the growing baby, it's going to develop into a male child. So remember, X chromosome carrying sperm, if it fuses with ovum, which is definitely going to have only X chromosome, what is going to be the sex of a child? It will be a baby girl, female child. But if a sperm carrying Y chromosome fuses with an ovum, which will definitely have an X chromosome, as I told you, the combination will be XY, then the baby is going to be a baby boy, a male child. So next, remember, XX is for female, XY is for males. Let's move forward. So remember, XY combination, if the sex chromosome is XY, it will result into a male, and if the chromosomes are XX, it will result into a female. So this is how this determination is there. So whenever this happens, you get the genes or the DNA from both your parents, from your dad also, from your mom also, and this is how you get these genes from both of your parents. This we have discussed. Next, I want to tell you some regions in case of chromosomes. The region in case of chromosomes, it divided into two. We have a homologous region and we have a non-homologous, or you can say a differential region. So here you can make out, when we talk about a homologous region, this homologous region and this differential region, the differential region is going to have completely sex-linked genes, and this homologous region is not going to have completely sex-linked genes. So this differential region on the X chromosome or the differential region on the Y chromosome, they are going to have the genes completely for sex. But in case of homologous regions, in case of X chromosome or in case of Y chromosomes, they will not have completely genes linked with sex. So this region, the differential region of the X chromosome and the differential region of the Y chromosome, are going to encode for what? They are going to encode for sex linked genes. And in case of Y chromosome, the differential region has certain genes of which I talked to you before. These genes are known as holoandric genes. Why? Because these holoandric genes are going to encode for the sex of the child, the male sex of the child. So remember, there are two regions in case of sex chromosomes. One region is the homologous region and the other region is the differential region or non-homologous region. The genes present in the differential region completely encode for the sex, but the genes present in the homologous region of these chromosomes do not encode for the sex. But this differential region on the Y chromosome, as you can see here, the differential region is going to carry genes which are linked with sex determination. So these genes are known as holoandric genes. Remember, these genes are known as holoandric genes in case of only Y chromosome. Remember, the genes present in the differential region of this Y chromosomes are known as holoandric genes. Next, we move forward. As you can see here, if we talk about the sex determination, so we have different ways of sex determination. We can determine the sex in chromosomal terms, or you can say genetic terms, and environmental terms, and temperature terms also. So we'll begin with discussing the sex determination in terms of genes or chromosomes. As you can see that in case of parents, we have male parent and the female parent. The female parent is going to carry the chromosome that is XX, and the male parent is going to carry the chromosomes XY. And when the gametes will be formed, the zygote will be formed, it is going to have these combinations XX, XX, XY, XY. So you can say this encodes for 50% of chances for a baby boy and 50% chances for a baby girl. So this is how the cross between these genes is there, and you'll get these four combinations. This will imply to the fact there are 50% chances for the birth of a baby boy and 50% chances for the birth of a baby girl. But if this Y chromosome comes, the sperm carrying Y chromosome is going to fuse with the ovum having X chromosome. This will result in the formation of baby boy. If the combination is XX, this will result in the formation of a baby girl only. So next, sex determination. Supposingly we have these cells in the ovary, the cells are XX. So in the gametes, we can have only one, you say, because gametes are haploid cells, they have half the number of chromosomes, and this is a Punnett square. In case of Punnett square, we write the male gametes on the left hand side and female gametes on this upper side. So in case of male gametes, we have combination as X and Y, and in case of female gametes, we have X and X, means the chromosomes are XY in case of males and the chromosomes in case of females is XX. So when they are going to combine, you will see here we will have a combination of XX, here also XX, here XY, and here XY. So you can say four combinations are there. We have four squares. So 2 out of 4 are going to be baby girl and 2 out of 4 are going to be baby boy. So this encodes that there are 50% chances. There are 50% chances for baby boy and 50% chances for a baby girl. It depends on the presence of this Y chromosome, which is going to encode for, a male boy, a male child, means a baby boy. So next, remember that this sex determination is of which type? You can here mention it is of the type that is XX and XY type, because these chromosomes are in females and these chromosomes are in case of males. We can also make a cross in case of autosomes also. For example, if we have 22 pairs of what? Autosomes, we can write it as 44, because why we write pairs, we can write it as 44 autosomes